Hello and welcome to Wisdom Trek. This is Guthrie Chamberlain and I'm your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 7-day-a-week, 7 Minutes of Wisdom podcast. This is day 103 of our trek, and yesterday we looked at the simile of how life is like a river. As a river starts out with a single drop of water and eventually helps to fill the oceans, so our lives go through the similar cycles. I hope that it was a helpful comparison that allowed you to gain some wisdom. Today we are exploring the 10 lessons of how life is like hiking through this world. In celebration of our 100th day of our Wisdom Trek, please check out wisdom-trek.com and sign up for a free Wisdom Trek t-shirt drawing that will take place on October 5th. We will be giving out 7 of the t-shirts. We are recording our podcast from our studios at the Big House in Marietta, Ohio. I am continuing to refinish the woodwork in our dining room and made additional progress this morning. It certainly will look nice once it is all finished, but I probably will not reach my goal of completing the room before we leave for Charlotte on Sunday. If not, I will continue when we get back to the Big House at the end of this month. As we start out on our trek for today, let us think about some of the small blessings that we experience when hiking and allow them to remind us to be thankful for the small blessings that we experience each day on our trek of life. As we hike through the woods today, visualize and enjoy the feeling of the soft earth on the paths, the crackling of dried twigs under our feet, having your mind blown by the perfect sunset and feeling the humbling exhaustion of a day's hike as you finally approach the long-awaited viewpoint. Hiking on a trail is a powerful, active force that teaches you important life lessons. The trails, like life, has an undeniable ability to drive home simple but often overlooked truths as you trek through the wild forests, challenge them through the mountains and rocky coastal paths, and push you out of your comfort zones. Today we want to look at 10 truths that I've come across on how life is like hiking through this world. Truth number 1, slowing down is important. As you travel through life, you need to experience what it means to follow a path for the love of the journey and not the mad rush just to get to the end, or you'll miss out on life's simple pleasures. Hiking teaches you to slow down, observe the world around you, and to listen to your body. When your feet can no longer trudge the path ahead, you learn the power of slowing down to gain a new appreciation by realizing that not every path that you take will get you where you intended. Truth number 2, perseverance pays. Life is like a long hiking trail in various ways. Far too often, we give up on our hopes and dreams easily, overcome by dejection and disappointment. On the trail you learn as long as you put one foot in front of the other, you're getting somewhere. Keep moving forward is a simple lesson, and when it is applied to other aspects of life, it can produce major results. That crazy dream of yours that no one else believes in can come true if you just persevere and keep walking toward it. Truth number 3, nature is powerful and teaches you humility. If you're suffering from an inflated ego or far too much vanity in your life, take a long hike. God's creation is a raw force, unfettered and unforgiving, that can take your breath away with the magnificence of the landscape or bring you to your knees with the ruthlessness of a freak storm. In the mountains, where the weather changes without warning and the vistas of the river valleys get more rewarding the higher that you get, a hike is a thorough lesson in humility and respect for the things that are outside your control. Truth number 4, solitude can be inspiring. On the trail and in the midst of nature, you get a chance to filter out all the noise of people, social media updates, and smartphone notifications. You are able to just be yourself in the simplest form. You are no longer the sum of a bunch of expectations. Instead, you're free to choose your path and follow it. A hike gives you a rare opportunity to clear your head from all that clutter. It gives you a blank slate for your creativity to doodle the genius ideas on. A lot of hikers say trekking feels therapeutic, leaving you inspired and replenished with the energies to cope with the other life challenges. Truth number 5, you'll cross that bridge when you come to it. You go through life spending much of your time worrying about the known and the unknown, letting your enthusiasms and passions fade away. You focus on things you have zero control over, and sometimes this frantic life planning stops you from taking the next step in the direction of your dreams. On the forest trail, it is not uncommon to come across a river that you didn't know about, a rickety wooden bridge, or a line of stones across a gushing stream that you didn't expect. You wade through it or nimbly cross over to the other side because going back where you started is not an option. It never is, even in life. If you begin each new day with this attitude, you'll never stop yourself from taking risk by worrying about the consequences. Truth number 6. To truly appreciate life, you must pay attention. The true satisfaction of a beautiful hike lies in the journey itself. It's in the burnt orange of the fire lilies along the trail, the white foam that hugs the sand on the side of a river, the birdsong that is way sweeter than the voices in your head, and the colorful leaves of a crisp fall morning. You will miss these precious details if you aren't paying attention. Hiking teaches you to look at the world and life itself with the curious and observant eye of a child so that you don't miss those little joys. Truth number 7. Home is a feeling, not a place. Hikers are most at home on the trail in a tranquil refuge of a woods, moving toward their next viewpoint, river crossing, or glen. The feeling of home comes from the ability to be yourself, focused, attentive, content, and completely alive in the moment. This kind of contentment is what defines home and is not necessarily available to everyone who is stagnant. Truth number 8. Unexpected turns can lead to life-changing moments. It is this less trodden path that stirs up your curiosity, and before you know it, you've ventured onto it. These unexpected detours can bring some of the most wonderful blessings into your life. The point is you're more likely to experience life-changing moments and epiphanies if you're open to taking risk and venturing off the beaten path, which is something that you can naturally do as a hiker. Truth number 9. The power of kindness and gratitude. Even the most experienced and prepared of hikers can get lost or caught up in a sudden shower. They discover the true meaning of gratitude when they encounter the warm kindness of a total stranger, from a hand-drawn map or a warm meal to a roof over your head for the night. There is no scarcity of kindness in the world. Kindness and gratitude go hand in hand, and appreciating their value makes life's journey more beautiful. And truth number 10. In the end, it's always worth it. You'll never get to see the awe-inspiring view from the top if you don't walk through the many difficult miles to get there. This includes taking the wrong turn, running out of water, sleeping under the stars, or pushing past your fear of heights. We are the sum of our life's choices, dreams, aspirations, mistakes, and the risks that we take to get where we want to be. We might not always make the best decisions, and things might not always go as planned, but in the end, it's all worth it. If it doesn't feel like it, it probably isn't the end yet. Let us give thanks to God for His wonders that we experience each day, as is written in Psalms chapter 40, verse 5. O Lord my God, you have performed many wonders for us. Your plans for us are too numerous to list. You have no equal. If I tried to recite all your wonderful deeds, I would never come to the end of them. These 10 life lessons from hiking gives us some points to reflect on today. So please join us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, Creating a Legacy. And tomorrow, we will learn why life is like a good cup of coffee. Well, that will finish our podcast for today. If you've missed any of the previous podcasts, please check out Wisdom Trek on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Spreaker, YouTube, or at wisdom-trek.com. If you enjoy our daily doses of wisdom, these little nuggets we consume each day, I encourage you to take the time to invest in yourself in these 3 ways. Invest with your time in improving Wisdom Trek by leaving your name, email address, and a comment on our website so that we can provide you with the wisdom and insights that best fit your needs. Number 2, invest in yourself by listening to your 7 minutes of wisdom through the Wisdom Trek podcast each day. And the best way to do this is to subscribe at iTunes or Stitcher and have it downloaded to you automatically. And third, invest in the lives of others by sharing with your family and friends, in person or online, to journey with us on our Wisdom Trek. And if you haven't done so already, please leave us a rating at iTunes or Stitcher so that we'll gain more exposure for others to join us on our Wisdom Trek. The journal for this podcast can be found at wisdom-trek.com, where we also have pictures, tweetable quotes, wisdom nuggets, and free resources. Thank you for allowing me to be your guide, mentor, but most importantly, your friend, as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal each day. As we take this trek together, let us always live abundantly or fully, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and leave a living legacy each day. This is Guthrie Chamberlain reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.